Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness has proven to be a lot of fun to cover here on the channel as we prepare for a lot of the insane cameos, ideas, plot leaks, and other rumors that have been going around like crazy on the internet about all of the insane possibilities that exist for this movie. And of course, it's gonna all be crazy. This is the Multiverse of Madness we're talking about. And yeah, that title is very flashy, long, and maybe sounds important, but if you really think about it, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is the first big entrance into the future of the MCU. We've gotten a lot of hints of this from Loki, WandaVision, even Spider-Man No Way Home, where we had some real multiversal action happening on the big screen. But now I think we need to understand Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is preparing us for something much bigger in the MCU. Today we have a major report coming from a huge online presence that doesn't tiptoe around what they believe to be true or the insider knowledge that they have. We're going to be talking about the Diz Insider's story that says Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk about all major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host Chris, and yes, we've had a few fun episodes talking about insane rumors, theories, supposed plot leaks about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and this one out of all of them has been the most direct. And by that I mean this major website, the Diz Insider, has come out and said specifically Tobey Maguire will be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. We do not know about Andrew Garfield yet, but we can assume that he may be in the movie as well. Now, that is a direct quote from the Diz Insider, and like I said, it's just very direct. It's very, Tobey Maguire will be in the movie, and Andrew probably will as well. They don't know about Andrew. They didn't have that same kind of conviction in their sentence, but Tobey Maguire, yeah guys, 100% is in the movie. Now, obviously, they would both be playing Spider-Man, and it is curious whether or not Doctor Strange would remember them from the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, there's no reason to believe that this is an insane theory or even something that couldn't happen or is likely to happen, especially following the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, where Doctor Strange did interact with both of these Peter Parkers specifically, and with Spider-Man in general. And with the instant success of Spider-Man No Way Home, there has been a ton of rumors and even some confirmations that Sony is looking to get all three Spider-Man back on the screen again as soon as possible. Even rumors and stirrings that they're looking to get a movie with all three Spider-Man from start to finish that isn't Multiverse of Madness. But the inclusion of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in a multiverse-based movie almost seems like common sense for Sony and for Marvel and for Disney at this point, while they're trying to continue to build the hype around this Spider-Man Spider-Verse franchise. So the perfect opportunity to reintroduce these extremely loved characters is in Multiverse of Madness. And with all of the insane cameos, clips, moments, flashbacks, who knows what characters are actually going to make an appearance, but the list goes on and on and on. And out of that list, I think it makes more sense for Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to show up than Hugh Jackman or Patrick Stewart. Not to say that they aren't in the movie, but the rumors that Iron Man is going to show up being played by Tom Cruise and John Krasinski is going to show up as Mr. Fantastic are pretty far-fetched and insane, whereas hearing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's presence might be had in Multiverse of Madness just actually seems to make a little bit more sense. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm hoping to see Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and John Krasinski, all of these characters coming to play new characters or revive old characters and roles, and I do actually believe the majority of what we've been hearing, like the Iron Legion scenario where Tom Cruise is on a planet where Captain America is president, all of these different rumors, I actually believe a fair amount of them to be true. The ones talking about the Illuminati showing up and Wanda and Doctor Strange kind of being in trouble for their adventures in the multiverse, and then Wanda eventually turning and taking care of the Illuminati in a very aggressive and crazy Scarlet Witch kind of way. Some insane opportunities, cameos, plot leaks, storylines that really make you wonder what the future is for Marvel following the Multiverse of Madness storyline. And we have and will continue to talk about that here on the channel, but today's video was about Tobey Maguire and maybe Andrew Garfield showing up in the movie. So what role could they possibly be playing? What importance could they have? What value could they have to Doctor Strange, American Chavez, Wong, and the Scarlet Witch as they are trying to navigate the multiverse to, according to one plot leak, get to its center in order to find some type of relic that will help them bring order back to the multiverse? And the honest answer is I don't know necessarily where they fit into the grand scheme of the movie as very strong characters, but as supporting characters, it's very possible we might actually end up visiting Andrew Garfield's world or Tobey Maguire's world and that we will be able to interact with the Raimiverse and see the characters over there. Maybe we'll get to see MJ and the family he was talking about in Spider-Man No Way Home, and it will be more of a Spider-Man character cameo, a Tobey Maguire cameo, than actually having his character be an important role in the film. Now, he's already had an extremely important role in the movie Spider-Man No Way Home, where he came in as this kind of father figure for the other two Spider-Mans, constantly lifting them up, giving them great advice, and showing them what he's learned throughout his years of being Spider-Man. And in a recent interview with all three, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire specifically stated that he is open to coming back and playing the character again. Whereas I probably would have thought, yeah, he's probably done after that. He's come back years and years later, picked up the character significantly older than when he was originally, and he did a great job. I could imagine that was a great closure, and he can put the character to bed. However, Tobey Maguire wants more, so let's give it to him. Let's include him in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. My only fear with this idea of going and seeing Tobey just to include him, to have him stick around and have him more involved, is Doctor Strange already sounds pretty busy, with an insane list of rumored characters, a lot of confirmed characters, both new and old. It's going to have a ton of different spiraling storylines, and stopping off in Tobey Maguire's Raimiverse just to see MJ and what's going on with Tobey does seem like a little bit of a sidetrack that doesn't add any value to the movie directly, as far as furthering the plot. Now, it's possible that they have a fantastic idea as to how to incorporate him, and keep in mind Sam Raimi, the director of the Spider-Man movies that Tobey Maguire was in, is directing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and that's an important detail. This is a director who probably really loves Tobey and gets along with him very well, knows that storyline, knows how to continue it, how to bring it into Doctor Strange, so that is a very, very awesome supporting point to the possibility that this report is saying that Tobey Maguire is going to be in Multiverse of Madness. Just a simple continuation of having that director does bring an awesome connecting line where he could open up a portal and show us what he wanted to close in the trilogy, especially since we know we were meant to get a fourth Tobey movie that we never did. So you have to wonder if Sam Raimi, the director of those Tobey Spider-Man movies, and now the director of Multiverse of Madness, has some closure that he himself would like to get into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, so that he can move on from some unfinished business with his original Spider-Man project. Either way, this was a very strong report coming from the Diz Insider, and I'm excited to see whether or not we will see Tobey later on as more rumors and leaks come out, and when the movie finally comes out and we get an answer for all of these crazy cameos. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. How would you like to see Tobey involved in Multiverse of Madness, or would you like to see him at all? And thank you to everybody who watched to the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, or interesting, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.